All right, let's try it now. Do we got sound? Oh, wait a minute. We're on a little.
Let's try it now.
Okay, we got sound now. All right, so we forgot to charge our microphones. We put them on a quick charge. We're going to do a quick show here so we don't run out of microphones here. We'll give a couple minutes for the audience to build. But again, welcome everybody to the T350 show. I got to turn my sound down because all I can hear is myself talking. Okay. All right. Got it. Little technical glitches. So again, welcome everybody. Good to see everybody. Hi, Ron. So last week, we don't want to spend too much time because we're not sure how long our microphone batteries are going to last. Last week, we worked on this 450 here. We had some cycling issues, and we did some work on it, figured out what was going on. A lot of it related to the magazines. We did some work on the magazines, and we did some work on the bolt carrier group. I took it out back when I got home last Wednesday evening. I shot it, and it cycled perfectly fine, not one jam. Unfortunately, I didn't have anybody there to help me film, but I got a new bipod so I can film on my own now. So next time I do that, you'll be able to see me do that out back at my home range. But this week on our website deal, we got $5 off all of our handguards, our black anodized handguards. We got our Cornerstone Series handguards, competition and full flat top. And we got our Foundation Series handguards. And you're going to get $5 off of any black anodized handguard in our inventory for Christmas. Get your order in within the next day or two here if you want to get it in time for Christmas. The shipping is a little crazy right now because everybody's trying to get the vaccines shipped and everything's going on in the world, and it's Christmas and it's just all coming together, so shipping is a little screwy now. So if you want something from us for Christmas presents, make sure you get it here in the next day or two, and we'll make sure we try to get it to you before Christmas gets here. So this week we're going to step back real quick. We've done this a couple of times in the past, and we've replaced an A2 system, the plastic clamshells, with a free float handguard. This is a free float handguard, so we're going to take a free float handguard off and replace it with another free float handguard that Matt wants on his gun. This belongs to a friend of mine. So we're going to show you, we go to shows a lot of times and the guys say, oh yeah, I want a new handguard, and then you start to explain to them, okay, well you got to do this, you got to take the muzzle device off, you got to take the gas block off, you got to take the barrel nut off, and their eyes glaze over and they're like, oh, that sounds like too much work, I don't know if I want to get into that. It's really simple. It's one of the simplest upgrades you can do, and we're going to show you just how easy how easy it is to make that happen. So first thing you want to do, obviously, make sure your weapon's clear. Safety first, always. And then we're going to go ahead and break this gun in half. And there went a handgun. Go ahead and pop that out. And see. How about now? Do we have sound now? Probably just not as good. You got sound? Okay. I'll try to yell. The microphone's not as good. So what I've done here is I've loosened the muzzle brake. And I'm going to take the muzzle brake off. The crush washer has been crushed beyond where it wants to come off. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so muzzle device is off. Now this is a bolt-on style handguard. I guess we don't have to worry about rushing now because the mic's died. So we're going to loosen all of the bolts. That hold this handguard on. Okay. We're going to set them aside. We don't want to lose those because if we want to use this handguard system somewhere else someday down the road, we want to make sure that we retain those. And what I'll actually do is once I get the barrel nut off, I'll just reassemble the whole thing so that it all stays together and can go in the spare parts bin. Okay, all the screws are out. Gently slide the handguard off. Okay. Set that aside. Now, the next thing that has to come off is this gas block. This is a pretty beefy gas block. There's 5 screws, set screws holding it in place. And they look to have, yeah, they got a little Loctite on them. We don't need to back these ones out real far though. Good thing it's not permanent Loctite. That would make it a little difficult. Somebody's happy.
If they can hear it or not. But.
Okay, now we're going to gently slide the gas block off, and we're going to set that aside because we're going to need that again. Now we go back in our vise. And we're going to take our barrel nut off. Guys at Bear Creek did us a favor and they put a little bit of anti-seize on there, which makes it real nice. I'm going to set that aside. Now we're going to take our barrel nut, put our barrel nut on. We are going to torque to spec. And spec is 40 to 80 foot-pounds with the mist system here where we don't have to worry about gas tube timing. You know, 50 pounds is plenty. But what we do like to do is tighten it to spec, loosen it, and then tighten it again. And what that does is it takes the stretch out of the threads in the barrel nut. You know, you've compressed them, you've relaxed them, and you've compressed them again. Lets them move around, lets them settle in. We always like to do a torque, loosen, retorque on our barrel nuts. Okay? So, now the gas block can go back on. And this is a dimpled gas block, so it's self-aligning. You can see right there is... So that's the first one we're going to want to tighten up and let it, you just kind of wiggle it back and forth until it seats in the pocket, and then you tighten all your screws back up. device. Slide the handguard on.
The old deer track.
That is the deer track handguard for a deer hunting rifle. Now, this is a billet upper, and this old handguard still had the wing style ears on it for alignment, and it's not going to work with a billet upper. So I had to shave the ears off of this one. Yeah, that can happen. You might have to do that sometimes with an older handguard. Our new handguards all have ears that mount up underneath the Picatinny. Okay? And these are designed, you'll see it right here, these are designed to work with any forged or billet upper. In fact, here's a billet upper, right? And you can see the ears,
Yeah.
right? These new ears that we have now are designed to work with any billet or forged upper on the market. So you don't have to worry about
Wait, lift this one up again, because that was,
the interference.
yeah, so right in there. That's hard to see. Yeah.
Okay? So, a little trick here, and I've showed you this trick before. I'll take a Picatinny attachment and I'll put it on here where it spans
Scope's in the way.
I just got to come from the other side. Okay. And this right here is going to force the alignment of the handguard. It's going to knock it into place where the two Picatinnies are going to line up. 2 screws, 2 nuts. Okay. Now this is a non-retention system handguard, so it just takes 2 nuts and 2 screws. So we recommend 32 inch-pounds of torque when tightening one of our handguards up in this system. If you don't have an inch-pound torque wrench, say that fast 10 times, this is what we recommend you do. You tighten these up until they're just finger snug. And then doing the front one first, you go about 1/4 turn past snug, and that's going to be right in that ballpark of 32 inch-pounds. Snug, and about 1/4 turn past snug. Okay? So when you're done, what you want to see is a small gap right here. Okay? If you've closed those ears completely, you've gone too far. You're too tight. You can start to cause damage to the handguard if you get these too tight. 32 inch-pounds, and that thing is going to be rock solid. It's not going to move on you. It's not going anywhere. So we'll take our alignment piece back off of here. And now we're ready to put our muzzle device back on. And we're going to realign that. That looks pretty good right there. On these side charging uppers, they put a plug in back here. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a flat on the bottom. Okay, See
Yeah.
that flat right there?
Really hard to
These
see.
these kind of free float. And if you put this like this, you're not going to be able to get your upper closed. It's got to be lined up with that flat on the bottom.
Hard to see.
And then there you have it. Check for function. There we go. Swapped out a handguard in 10-15 minutes. Let's see, we got some questions going here. Let's see if I can answer some of these. Yeah, there was when Eugene Stoner invented this, it was a very different rifle back 40, 50 years ago than it is today. But it's such a modular system, and that's what I think it draws so many people to it. I'm a Harley guy. I own a Harley Davidson, and it's like having a Harley. As soon as you buy it, you want to start putting stuff on it. You want to start doing stuff to it. You want to start making it your own. The chrome, the bling, the this, the that, just the customization of it. And it's just the same thing with one of these ARs, Getting a special handguard like this is a deer hunting rifle, and then getting this deer track handguard, it really sets it apart. Getting little accent pieces, adding some color to it if you want color. You want your mag release and your safety selector and your bolt catch and these things to be a different color. You can start swapping that out. Get a scope mount that is a different color. Get a buttstock that's a different color, and start enhancing it with some different stuff. There's just so much you can do with this, and so many different things out there to take your rifle and make it your own. And that's why I really like it, and that's why a lot of the guys really like this platform, is the modularity of it and the fun you can have just really making it your own. So let me see. That's a 450 Bushmaster, and that is a Bear Creek Arsenal side charging upper. Yeah. James, we're a manufacturing facility, and we don't have a brick and mortar where we sell parts. We do sell parts online, so we only have an online presence right now, but our brick and mortar store is our manufacturing facility. We don't make bolt carrier groups. We're looking into having contract bolt carrier groups made for us and start carrying bolt carrier groups for sale on our website. We've made some in the past, and it's a very competitive market. If you don't have all the just right equipment to do it, it's hard to compete and keep them in the price point where they need to be. So it's one of those things where we manufacture the stuff that we feel like we're good at. The handguards, gas blocks, muzzle brakes, triggers, the uppers, these different things that our machines are set up for. We don't have barrel machines, so we're not going to make barrels. We're not, and it would take, literally tens of thousands of dollars of investment in machinery. So, we buy our barrels from a company that is set up to do that. We let them do what they're good at, and we do what we're good at. And it's the same thing with bolt carrier groups. There's a couple companies right here near us that make bolt carrier groups. We let them do what they're good at, and we do what we're good at. Yeah, the deer track handguard is pretty cool. We're probably going to have to do a run of these and we talked about it a few months ago, and we never did it. And hunting season came and went on us. Well, it's not gone yet, but we do need to get some of these made and get them on our website. A lot of guys ask about it every time they see them. It is a pretty cool handguard if you get an up close look at it. And it's a custom logo. It's the Killin' Crew. It's the gang of us that all hunt together. There's 12 or 13 of us that hunt together, and that's kind of the nickname that the crew has developed over the years. So I custom made some of these for our. These were some blems that were going to not be able to be sold because they were a little out of spec in one regard or another, and I mean, they're perfectly fine functional wise, they just had little blems on them that we wouldn't necessarily want to sell to a customer, little dents or dings or something, and we custom engraved them for our crew, my crew, and I gave them away as Christmas presents, and the guys really liked them. So you see our ducky made an appearance today, right? Don't forget, we got a contest going on right now online on the BYOAR page, and it's on the architect page. We need a name for our duck, and if we choose the name that you put up for the duck, you're going to get your choice of one of our black anodized handguards. So we've got a couple of, we got 10 or 12 people now that have replied and given us names, and we got a couple, 3 that we really like and are obviously some front runners. But you know, hey, there's another week. We're going to pick that winner next week, and that person's going to win a handguard. So if you got a cool idea for a name for our duck, get it up there and get it online, and maybe you'll win that handguard. So, you know, that's how easy it is. Yeah, we did, James or Jesse, we do have build kits on BYOAR.com. We have full-length rifle, 16-inch barrel, and we have 7.5-inch barrel pistol kits. Both of them are 223, 5.56 caliber. In fact, I just bought a bunch of parts this morning to replenish inventory. We were getting low on some of the pistol kit stuff. So we do have, I believe we have everything in stock for all of that stuff right now.
You pick your handguard and muzzle brake.
You get to choose the handguard of your choice, 13 or 15-inch on the rifle. You get to choose the muzzle device of your choice. We have flash hiders, we have muzzle brakes, and we have the flash cans. And the flash cans are really popular with the pistols. Lisa, duck naming contest, great idea. I won't tell anybody, but that was actually my wife's idea.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I won't tell nobody, but it was her idea. We were sitting at home one night talking about the name of the duck, and she said we should have a contest online for the name of the duck, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to take that and run with it. So I did. But no, it was her idea. Must have been tough donating my favorite bath toy. Yeah. You know, I was looking online today, and we've got a sticker we're working on. The duck's got a hat, and he's holding an AR-15, and I found a place that has rubber ducks that have a military helmet, and it looks like a M1 carbine tucked up underneath his arm. It's on that Everything Branded site. I was like, I even tagged everybody on that in Goalpost and said, hey, look what I found. So we might have to get some of them.
Nice.
Andy, I'll be expecting Lisa's expecting a
Of
bonus.
Of course. Depends if I like the name or not.
Right? Depends on if the name comes up good. So, you know, again, you know, let's take a step back here real quick. That's how easy it is to change a handguard out on one of these things. If you have the A2 system, it takes a couple of different tools to do that. We have all the tools online. You know, you need a handguard removal tool. You need a couple different things. But we have all those tools available online, and we have the handguard gas block and muzzle brake for you to take those plastic clamshells off and replace that A2 front sight post and the whole A2 system with a free float handguard. And you know, that really for about $100 you can get all 3 components and replace that. And we've got videos, we've got PDFs to show you how to do it. We've got videos on YouTube that'll show you how to do it. And we've got a video chat room in the architect group. If you're stuck, you can contact me and we'll jump online and we'll get in the video chat room. I'll come in here, you can sit up here on my TV, and we'll walk you through the process. We'll get you where you want to be. There's nothing difficult about working on these rifles. Everything is really simple. It's a very basic rifle, and once you've worked on one, especially if you've built one, once you build one, you understand it implicitly and you know everything about it, and you really understand how easy these things are to work on. And that's why we're here, to show you that, to help you do that. So don't forget, $5 off any handguard this week, any black anodized handguard. Get them in the next day or two if you want to give them for a Christmas gift. Otherwise, we can't guarantee that it'll arrive before Christmas. But you can always print out a little certificate that says it's on its way or something. So I'm not sure what the show's going to be about next week. We haven't officially decided yet. We're kind of playing it by ear as suggestions come in. So if you have a suggestion for a show, you'd like to see us do something in here, you have a question, you have a problem, shoot it over to us and we'll see if we can develop a show for it. I think that's all I've got for this week. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate y'all being here. And remember, you don't have to be an expert to build your own AR, to upgrade it or maintain it. We're here to help you do that. We'll see you next week, and we'll have some better sound next week, too.